VTuber admits to illegal and inappropriate behavior. This is a month ago by Safera the Noma. So yeah, I'm interested in what is happening.
There is often a dark underbelly within the content creation space where messed up, twisted adults are unfortunately given a platform and access to an audience.
One day I'm gonna have a live 2D model. Like, the 3D is cool and stuff, and I could probably work something out even better and, like, actually do, like, a lot of stuff on that model, but a live 2D, that'd be great.
Of younger people. In 2024 alone, we already have a few notable cases of alleged inappropriate contact between an adult and a minor, such as Dr. Disrespect and Ava Chris Tyson.
And also probably a lot of other people that, happened weird shit. I think there was, somebody called, CineBear03, who also talked inappropriately with a minor, Diddy, Drake. There were a lot of people in this around this time that talked inappropriately with minors.
And the VTubing space is no different. The only difference is that, so far, the VTubers that are alleged to be predators thankfully don't have a large fan base. But this doesn't mean that this is allowed behavior, because they still, unfortunately, do have some sort of platform and therefore can still hurt actual young people if left unchecked. One thing that I think many people can agree on is that adults talking to minors in an inappropriate way is bad.
Dude. It is very simple. It is very, very simple. If you are a content creator above the age of 18, somebody said minor? Yeah. If you're a content creator above the age of 18, do not interact with minors in general. Of course, sometimes you can't, like, avoid it. But, like, closer contact? Absolutely not. Also, my cat has turned on the light again. I will do something next time. I will move the cat tree. Mark my words.
Reprehensibly bad and disgusting.
Minor piano
this isn't a case of an 18-year-old talking to a 17-year-old or any of that dubious nonsense. Nope. This
my age-old enemy on this channel. Every video that I react to is, for some odd reason, always about kids.
A case where a 23-year-old at the time interacted inappropriately with a 17-year-old, and this adult even admits in their poor excuse of an apology that everything they did was illegal and inappropriate. So, join me as we talk about the story of the independent VTuber, Joe Waffle, also known as Waffy.
Well, should have lived in Germany. Here it's at least legal. Unfortunately.
The cat maid who is self-proclaimed haha funny cat, and their misdeeds across various victims. Hi everyone, my name is Safera the Noma, but you can call me Saf. Just a friendly reminder to not harass anyone named in this video. Also, if you can, please go support the victim that spoke out in the
I don't care if you're harassed a pedophile. I don't care. Go get him.
First place to bring this person's heinous actions to light. Links will be in the description. Now, let's begin with who the heck is Waffy? Waffy is an independent VTuber who started her streaming journey in January of 2021. She appears to regularly do VR chat streams, usually as a furry avatar of varying models, and
nowadays teaching a minor how to deal with schoolworks, called out as a groomer, teaching minors how to deal with depression, called out as brainwashing. We can't do shit to help young people, man. Yeah.
Sometime from male to female early on in her streaming career. Also, just a side note because I need to clear it up in advance, I do not condone transphobia in my community. I strongly believe that anyone can be a predator regardless of their race, their identity, their religion, their gender, and any other innate trait for an individual. I know plenty of transgender folk and people who are questioning or planning on transitioning who are wonderful individuals and openly against pedophilia. So if I see any transphobic comments down below, I will gladly get rid of you. Thank you. Now, continuing on, it all started to go downhill swiftly for Wafi shortly after one of her victims, named Mousy Bun Haru on Twitter, also known as Haru,
Again, like I said. Yes, transgender, transfemme, they, them, Sagittarius constellation, LGTV plus mumbo jumbo. Yeah, like I have genuinely met people who genuinely do have gender dysphoria, like genuinely, but I also met a lot of people where it is very evident that they have AGP. If you don't know what it is, autogynephilia is basically being treated and wearing it's basically a fetish, being treated and wearing women clothes, basically.
Released her document on August 4th of 2024. Her tweet reads, "When I was 17, a VTuber by the name of Jawaffle did things with me that were highly inappropriate and has done things to other people as well. This is our story. Please read it all the way through." Her document, which will be listed in the sources down below, starts as such. I first wanted to say this before I even go into details about what this is and talk about everything that has happened to all of us. I am sorry. I am sorry I didn't say anything until 3 years later. I'm sorry I didn't help any of you who came to me or who I've reached out to until it got to this point, and I'm sorry I didn't do anything until now. To finally use my voice and to finally come and say this happened to me and them, and it should have never happened in the first place. But I'm here now with the strength to come forward and here to be the voice for myself and others who are hurt by this individual. And before we continue, I just want to say, Haru has no reason to apologize so much. When you're taken advantage of as a minor, especially by someone well over 5 years older than you, it is not your responsibility to shoulder the blame in this.
Well, it depends. It depends. I have to say that it depends. Because sometimes a minor does know that what they are doing is wrong. Especially when you're 17 years. Because there is minors that also on purpose interact with older people in that way. It does happen. It's rare, but it does. What you hate is they used LGBTQ status as a shield to brush out any criticism. Now, I'm not saying all of them are just like that, but some of them are just. I agree. There's a lot of bad apples in the LGBTQ community, a lot, and they need a similar purge to what the furries did to the zoophiles. Because I know a lot of furries that are like genuinely good people. Just as much as I know a lot of furries who want to have sexual intercourse with animals. But yeah, somebody like Marina VT is somebody like that who is a really bad, makes a really bad puts a really bad light on trans people for like using her identity as a trans woman to like silence any criticism and be like, I'm a victim.
This exchange. The adult has the sole responsibility, being the adult, to do better in the situation and not take advantage of any minor, no matter what. Adults are supposed to lay down the boundaries and keep an arm's distance away from young and impressionable young people, especially from certain inappropriate topics. Continuing on with the document, Haru gives a bit of backstory. She is currently 19 and met Wafi when she was 17 years old and came from an unfortunate household that did not give her love and attention. So when she started to receive said attention from this,
it's always the kids that come from questionable households that they prey upon.
Older VTuber that she looked up to, she wanted to keep being seen and loved and would want to do almost anything to keep that. She acknowledges it was toxic in retrospect, and just as an aside, it is all too common for creepy adults to recognize this power imbalance between their older age and a young impressionable child that wants their affection. This is why we call this grooming, and it's deplorable that Wafi continued to set the stage for it to eventually use Haru for their own sick fantasies. Everything started off innocently, as things usually do.
Can I just say that I hate the word grooming? I don't know, something just does not sit with me right. I prefer the word just straight up manipulation. Because that what at its core it is. It is manipulation.
It was in January of 2022 where Haru first contacted Wafi, simply asking to be friends and about streaming tips. It is here Wafi sends their Discord server link and then asks for their age, to which Haru says she's 17 and Wafi responds with, "Oh, well," and this gif. Wafi acknowledges their streams are for mature audiences and then says, "You're fine, it's just be careful. A lot of people in the VTuber community too say if you're a minor, GTFO. I'm not picky, but I'm just helping you by giving you a warning too." Personally, I find it a little weird. Wafi says,
"And now we are seeing pedophiles pushing their agenda as, and I quote, it's in your genes and we are like this, just like LGBTQ plus was. We demand the same treatment because we are born like this." Just like basically like the MAP, the MAPS rhetoric. I don't quite remember, but I think was it the WHO who put pedophilia in the wrong categorization, like out of like the mental illness section, and put it, I think, in the sexual orientation section, which was interesting to see.
"I'm not picky, but otherwise this exchange at this moment in time is mostly fine." They talk about streaming tips. After this, according to Haru, she would occasionally draw some art as a way of saying thank you for helping her with advice. Wafi would always keep telling Haru she would get an art piece of Haru one day. It wasn't until March of 2022, just 2 months later after they meet and talk in DMs for the first time, that—
Well, this one is somewhat lewd or really question. I don't take it in a bad way. Haru butt drawings might have. Huh? Why do you ask a minor that, you sack of crap?
Wafi has this to say. Here you can see Wafi asking Haru for butt pics, specifically, quote, "good butt." She even considered Haru's character, quote, "cute and hot" to her. Keep in mind that Haru is 17 and Haru's VTuber character grows up canonically with her, so in this case, she will acknowledge that her own character was also 17 at the time, a minor. More screenshots around this time reveal that Wafi says Haru has a cute butt.
I mean, that I don't care about. Of the fictional character, I don't care about. Of course, in this context, it's horrendous because she is a kid. I think that's a she. So obviously in that context, it's disgusting. But I don't care if you jerk off to pictures. I don't care. Can we all just agree that we don't want our kids to be intimate relationship with 25-year-old guy girls? Yeah. Like, for me, I think I already said this, but for me, there's a simple rule. I date up to, at most, 4 years younger than me. I'm 23, so the youngest I date is 19. When I turn 24, the youngest I would date is 20, because I don't even understand people my own age. Like, picking somebody younger, I'd be retarded. And older, maybe up to 2 years. Maybe.
But clearly she's really into butts. And when Haru asked, "Guess what I'm drawing?" Wafi says, "You sitting on my face?" in cringe stammer typing, by the way. But yikes-a-roni there, Wafi. This is a 17-year-old you're talking to inappropriately, ma'am. A few days later, Wafi's still talking a little weirdly about Haru's looks, and then asks, how old are you again?"
Fuck the ma'am. Cut the D off. If it's still on. I don't care.
To which, side note, all I have to say is, if you only ever interact with adults, you wouldn't have to ask someone how
Technically, you're older than me. Good to see. Okay.
old they are when it comes to talking lewdly with them. Just saying. I don't know why people can't just keep it in their pants and keep it for other
Waffy,
adults.
why?
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
That is a
Haru
good
says
question,
17
why?
going on 18, to which Waffy says, okay, I'm safe. And I think you are young, but IDK how old? Partly I thought you were more of a minor, and you are to me since I'm 23. Yeah, I don't seem 23, don't I laugh emoji. I may seem very lewd when I asked you about art of you sitting on me. I know it seems effed up, but I mean no harm and don't take it in a bad way if you get me laughing emoji.
These people are everywhere. These people are everywhere. Why can't you just be normal, Waffy? Just be normal. Just be a normal trans person. Nah.
And yikes. If you're a minor and you see an adult say anything lewd to you, anything remotely like this, run. I mean it. Run. Never
Cut off their wiener.
ever listen to an adult that backtracks and goes, oh,
Send them to the penis or pussy explosion chamber. I don't care.
sorry, I'm lewd. I mean nothing by it. No harm or anything if you get me. No,
You
run.
saw the
This
same
is what we
drama
call
happen in VTuber
grooming. And if you think that
Indonesia
this is
screwed
bad,
not
it
long ago?
progresses
Oh, no.
even further. On March 23rd, 2022, just 2 days after Wafi confirms that Haru is 17 years old,
Let me guess, strip panty Haru? Yes, I love that stuff. I want all... Motherfucker. This is gross. This is so gross. This is so gross.
not 18 yet, Wafi talks about Haru's panties and asks
This
Haru
shit
to
is so
ERP.
gross.
She clarifies
Neuter
that it would be
them.
ecchi, but ecchi is still considered
him.
lewd or perverted
Neuter.
or dirty on the definition
Bad.
and has heavy sexual connotations. Personally, I'd still consider it not safe for work
Jesus. Put your sandals on. It's an emergency. Nudity them. Yeah.
because, let's be real, bro, if you got caught watching ecchi at work, you'd be fired. Also, ERP stands for erotic roleplay, which includes NSFW themes.
Maybe not fired, but man, you be the joke for the next couple of years.
By its nature.
You might as well look for a new job.
Like, bruh, please. You can't try to pass these clearly NSFW inappropriate topics and overall being a creep towards a minor 6-year junior to be anything passable as safe for work and innocent, my dudette. Anyway, they clarify what kind of ERP they want to do, which is a size fetish thing where Wafi is tiny and Haru is huge. Okay, I could
Sounds like vor. Okay, that's the second time we got the vor thing here.
king shame, but I've seen worse, honestly, so we'll just leave it as it's cringe and let's just move on. Haru clarifies that the ERP lasted for 1 month
You'll
and
be able
were
to say
very,
we'll hire them
very
for
intense,
yeah.
supposedly. It is also so intense that early April, Wafi admits that they touched themselves to the ERP. Please keep in mind,
I'm revoking your trans privileges. It is over. It is over, my dude. It is over. It is over.
and Wafi is
Is that
wanking it to a
disgusting, dude?
17-year-old, someone that's 6 years younger than them. Yikes. Haru's
Couldn't
document
you just have
continues,
waited
then as a
until-
show of affection,
until
Wafi
they
sent
were
Haru a picture of her
18?
character showing her butt on April 5th of 2022 that she commissioned. Looking at this now, Haru is disgusted and repulsed by it. Her character and her brand is not a lewd one, and she questioned why she even let this happen and why she said that looks amazing.
That is a good. That is a good question. What are we supposed to do with that information? It is just mad disgusting.
Jawaffle, I appreciate it, because in reality, she does not
Hey, Xavier Cat, how are you doing?
like it. She doesn't want this. And this is the unfortunate circumstance of being groomed in the moment and only coming to terms with it and understanding what happened to you in the past was bad after you can escape from the situation. I'm so sorry that you went through this, Haru, and please don't blame yourself. The one who has the full blame in this situation is the adult who should have known better than to lead you down this dark path. Less than a week later, Wafi asks for butt pics, seemingly real-life pics.
Feeling okay? Okay. No, not the actual butt pics from a minor. Stop it.
Haru, as an unfortunate victim to Wafi, agrees, and Wafi says these words that seem to imply they know what they're doing is creepy and weird with, quote, "All I'm saying, be careful though, not to me, but like in..."
Imagine DMing your Discord kitten, sorry I did the yucky yucky to you, baby girl. You know what? Don't imagine that. I don't want to. No. Especially if you point it, like, say it like that. Actual butt pics. Fuck my life, dude.
General, I'm not harmful. I'm straight, honest, and blunt when saying things. I don't mean them in a harmful way and won't lead to any more hardcore. Do you get what I mean? I just feel cautious about asking that since I had friends remove me before. And gee, I wonder why people removed you before, because this is seriously stepping over the line.
Removed her before. Did she do this more than once?
Of any friendship, let alone towards a minor. Haru sends her some pics and honestly...
Actual human butt. From an actual girl. I'm not harmful. Yeah, if a person said that to you, run. Just like dogs. He doesn't bite. He just wants to play. We're talking human butt from a minor. It is so disgusting that these freaks run around like that.
Wafi's reactions are so disgusting to me. The gifts, the calling her thick, the stupid cringe stutter talk, how she says she wants that on her face, asking for different panties and butt shots, and overall just...
Yeah, I don't care if you're trans. I will revoke your rights. I don't care. Hand over your human rights. This shit is so disgusting. This shit is so disgusting again. This is mad disgusting,
over
dude.
a minor's
This is mad disgusting.
creepy as F. By the way, you want to know how many total pictures were sent? I'll let Haru tell you herself in her live stream that took place after she released her document.
I just counted. I went in and saw all the ones I just sent. She has 160 pictures of my...
No way. What is it? What are you trying to do? Have as many minor butt pictures as Diddy has baby oil? Fuck my life, dude. PB plucked back in. True. No, that is so. We need to pump that up to 200. No, those are rookie numbers. Oh no. You don't understand why some legal adults find minors attractive? That is a good question. I would like to know. Maybe we should ask Dr. Disrespect. Maybe we should ask Ava Chris Tyson. Maybe we should ask Wafi. This shit is so atrocious. Like, dude. This gives such a bad light on trans people. It is insane. And you know what the creepy part is? It's never trans men that do this. It never is. Just an observation that I have. I've never seen a trans man do weird shit. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have never seen that before. Not once.
When I was 17 years old. Let that sink in.
During this time, friends were telling Haru to stop and just block Jawaffle. Unfortunately, Haru was riding the high of attention and wanted her to keep liking her. In November of 2022, she told Wafi that she had a crush on her, which to her mind at the time was just trying to get Wafi to stay with her. Wafi declined, saying, "Oh, the thing is though, you're younger."
Trans men are just less common overall. Yeah, I would actually... in my life, I've only seen one trans man. One. I've seen multiple trans women, though. I would also say that a lot of women who don't like conform with any gender, they don't go the trans route. They actually go the non-binary route. To be fair.
Than me, so sadly we can't date.
There's a reason, like when you look at video games, when they include a non-binary character, that they're usually usually feminine. There's a reason why that stigma exists.
Legally, I can't date you. 23 minus 18 equals 5 years older I am. And I looked it up and I believe 5 years isn't okay for dating. Basically dating a minor, if you get me. And like, what baffles me is how if we're going by waffle...
Dating isn't okay, but requesting butt pictures is okay. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
Logic here, they basically consider a relationship between an 18-year-old and a 23-year-old to be illegal and like dating a minor. And they've been interacting with this minor for, a while now, inappropriately.
You never hear of bi people going after minors either, only straight or gay guys. Funnily enough, which is interesting, I heard from a, don't quote me on this, that is just what that bi man has told me. A lot of the like inappropriate encounters that he had was with gay men. That is what he said. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to comment on that. That is only what I have heard. You're younger than me. Certainly we can date, but cheeks pigs, please. True.
The fact that Waffy thinks this is illegal, despite having already done literally illegal stuff with a literal minor at the time, is actually wild. Literally.
Yeah, but it's either straight or gay guys, or a straight or gay women. Not even gay women. It's either, from what we've seen, straight guys, gay guys, straight women. Predominantly teachers that go after minors. It is weird.
Wild. Super wild even. They clarify Haru should wait until she's 20 to consider dating Waffy, even with the 5 to 6 year age gap. Continuing on with—
it's a beautiful day to be bisexual. I don't know about that one. Maybe not. I don't know.
the document, Haru says that now she was a legal adult, she felt that
the only
Waffy
thing I
had—
know is that gay men have the lowest divorce rate. Good for them. Good for them. And the lowest rate of violence. So, yeah. Good for them.
Lost interest in her. Waffy didn't text her as much, didn't want her to send pictures anymore, and didn't like the things that she did, and she felt she was being tossed aside. Her friends told her it was toxic, and she finally took their advice and left on January 12th, 2023, to which the pictures also ceased. Waffy didn't seem to take it badly and started pursuing another person who will be called B. B first stumbled into Waffy's streaming community, and after giving $20 to her, Waffy started flirting with B and giving them special treatment.
Yeah, I'm not in.
B felt super lucky, of course, but unfortunately for B,
know.
all Waffy wanted from them was their money. Waffy
It takes a man to. Sometimes it just takes a man to be best girl.
Begged B for money, to which B gave roughly $300, and still Waffy wanted more. She even bothered B when they were hospitalized and still begged for an expensive collar worth over $8,000 to $9,000.
A collar? Yeah, gay men had the lowest rates of divorce. They also have the lowest rate of violence, funnily enough. We stick, we happy, we see racing car, we happy. True. Men are so simple. It is insane. Apparently they also have the lowest rates of violence. And while lesbians have the highest rate of divorce and apparently the highest rate of violence in relationships. That is funny.
To which Waffy sounded disappointed when B was considering just taking off $3,000 worth of diamonds. In these exchanges, Waffy does not seem to remotely care for B's well-being and only seems to want the expensive jewelry. And
Money!
did not want to answer what their relationship, if it can even be considered one, was really. B kept saying no, and ultimately Joe Waffle replaced them for a different relationship. Any heartfelt condolences that this happened to you, B, and may you—
This chick is changing partners more often than others are changing underwear, it seems.
Be able to financially and mentally recover from a stressful and toxic situation. Another VTuber, who will be called Kay, also dealt with Jawaffle before she transitioned in 2021, hence why the screenshots use he/him pronouns. Waffy told Kay after 2 weeks of meeting them that they were in love with them, to which Kay said that this made them uncomfortable. Waffy then proposed they meet IRL as friends, and Kay agreed to this. But then Waffy misled others to saying that it was a date and even publicly asked live on stream whether Kay would date her. To which
He stopped liking my post. I called him out on it, but eventually we became friends again. He called me a stray, useless puppy that he needed to take care of, basically belittling me. When I asked to play with him again, he showed me a picture of his view count. That is so. That is Waffy.
The meetup was cancelled, interaction ceased, and Waffy essentially belittled Kay by calling them a stray, useless puppy that she needed to take care of. Kay felt manipulated.
This shit was there before they were even trans, which is interesting. That makes sense for lesbians with so much menstruation going on. Oh my god. It's probably also due to the fact that they can't decide who pays. From now on, please address me as a stray, useless puppy. Okay, you stray, useless puppy.
And only used for clout and tossed aside when Waffy couldn't get anything else out of them. I hope you're doing better now, Kay. Another minor, which we'll call A, had met Jawaffle before Haru did. A is still a minor. They met Jawaffle when they were 14 and they are currently 16.
Oh, we're even going a little younger, it seems. From regular menstruation to competitive menstruation. True. We're going a little younger with this one. We're going 14 now, not only 17.
Please remember that Waffy says their content is for mature audiences. So why the hell is a 14-year-old allowed to interact with this person in the first place? Anyway, the issue A had with Jawaffle was that in a Minecraft stream, Waffy was introducing and exposing private information about A's personal life that A had disclosed to Waffy in confidence, that information being that their parents had both passed away, and being referred to as such in chat. Like, I can't imagine ever calling out a chatter and being like, oh hey, you with the dead parents, welcome on in. Like, what?
Oh, your parents are dead? Yo! that is insane.
Why would you ever do that? And to make it worse, Waffy learned A wanted to be a VTuber and offered to help them pay back the model cost of $2,000. This, unfortunately...
Motherfuckers spending $2,000 for a VTuber model. You are retarded if you spend $2,000 on a VTuber model. You definitely need to be educated on how to use your money.
Never occurred, leading A to be $2,000 in debt and that they feel their dream of being a VTuber is an abandoned one. This is messed up to put a minor in $2,000 of debt because when you're 16 or 14 at the time, $2,000 is a ton of money. But A was also extremely worried about Haru and tried to...
Oh yes, you were that guy who masturbated with a Nutella, right? Welcome to the stream. Your dead parents guy. Exactly.
Warned Haru in advance,
exactly.
To which Haru disregarded at the time and didn't realize how dangerous the situation was until she left that toxic situation and can now share her and fellow victims' stories. But this isn't all. There's one other victim in this document by the name of R. R is another VTuber who had false rumors spread about them that they had a harem. Jawaffle was spreading this rumor.
The fuck? So we went from slight pedophilia to abuse people for money to even worse pedophilia to spreading rumor about somebody having a harem? There's more. I thought it was over. No. We're halfway through the video. What do you mean?
Around without confronting R about its validity. R eventually got wind and confronted Wafi about the spreading of false rumors, to which Wafi said, "This is the internet, stuff like this will happen," and to simply move on despite being part of the problem. There was another incident where Wafi made a terrible skit and joke, essentially saying the word Crips, which implies crippled, which can and has been used offensively towards those with physical disabilities. All R was doing was try to inform Wafi to be more mindful about their words, to which Wafi disregards it and says, "It's no harm to anyone or such to."
True and real competitive pedophilia. Yo, those terms are getting insane though. It is really getting insane. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, the crippled. I don't care about that. I don't care about that too much. I use retard constantly. I don't care too much.
And people who do take it as a slur from that video can F off. R simply says that way of thinking will get you into trouble. Another incident R experienced was when Jawaffle
The
did
Bloods gang was so ableist all along.
but tier list. Haru refrained from submitting at the time because she didn't feel comfortable doing it. However,
I'm a very simple man. A word will never hold that much power over me because it is just one thing, a word.
In the stream, Wafi asked someone to message Haru to drop a butt pic during the live stream. R acknowledged it was an issue and brought it up to Wafi, to which Wafi used the excuse of, "Oh, I drank too much and the meds are making me dizzy," just to get out of taking responsibility for their actions. Folks, remember, being drunk and not sober is not an excuse to prey on anyone, and minors included. This has been your PS.
Don't tell that to us. Tell that to them. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Get drunk and completely lose the plot the moment they get drunk. I know a friend who like an older chick got drunk and like that older chick tried to like do the deed with a buddy. That was bro almost got like raped. So yeah. People was completely all.
That concludes the contents of Haru's document. It spread within Wafi's circle, including moderators. An
Sorry for asking for a booty pic. I was drunk.
Moderator saw Haru's tweet and had this to say. X-Mod for Wafi here. I had zero idea they even did this stuff and I'm still in shock from the whole thing. Please, if you decide to tune into Wafi's stream, keep in mind that this person has hurt a lot of people. The type of stuff they used to do is downright disgusting. Their Discord is specifically 18+, but they also allow minors. That was one of the many things that gave me—
That reminds me of Marina. Marina also had basically had a Discord server that was open to minors. On which she basically spread her adult content. She also streamed like her model completely naked onto Twitch.
A feeling that something was up. I also brought to attention that people were posting NSFW art of Ellen Jo from ZZZ, an underage character, and she actively allowed it. There were so many things I had a bad feeling of in her server, Twitch channel, etc. Her channel is purely 18+, but she barely enforces it. Granted, she has ID protection in the NSFW section.
Link? No. No. It's like, man. Also, you want to see NSFW from a trans woman? You sure about that? You absolutely sure about that? It's like, it's just, leave the kids alone. Don't show them any porn. Don't ask him for butt pictures.
But that can be easily bypassed because the system is flawed. If you see anyone talking to and or interacting with Wafi and is a minor, please warn them and keep them safe. Take a look at Haru's document in the quote retweet for further context. I'm still in so much shock because this was someone who I trusted / was friends with, and
I'm a degenerate, but not that
that
degenerate.
Waffy's moderators also had no idea about these terrible actions. In Haru's livestream, Haru revealed a bit more information. That shortly after her document came out, Waffy sent her a DM on Discord at 3 a.m.
This can't be good. A DM on Discord? This can't be good.
And then deleted it. Here was Haru's reaction to finding out that Waffy had deleted this message.
Let's see. Oh, she deleted it! She deleted it! That's even better! Give me a second, I'm gonna show you my screenshots! Oh, you thought...
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Why does her model look like that? After being basically groomed. Kind of weirdly leaning into that VTuber shit.
Piece of
A whole document, it's Atsu stuff all over again. Wasn't Fruit's document like 90 pages long? And like Evil Toasters? It's the same photo. It's like I think Evil Toasters was like 53 pages long. It took me about 4 hours to get through that shit.
Give me a minute. I sent screenshots to friends. I knew this was gonna happen. She thought she could fuck me over, but you thought this was not gonna happen, but you're a little up. Okay, sorry, I'm calling her names. I shouldn't probably do that. I deserve every right to.
You should. You should call her names. You should. You absolutely should.
But she thought I
No
wouldn't pay
parole.
attention. She thought I wasn't gonna screenshot that shit. It was fucking 3
Hey,
in the
can
morning,
we
and I got
talk?
this. 3 in the morning, and I got this, and I looked back now because I was like, oh, can you find it? And then, you know, nope, she deleted it. Second after, I took that screenshot on my fucking phone as fast as anyone could.
As stated earlier, Haru clarifies that there were 160 pictures of her.
Isn't it funny? Now that you mentioned 3 a.m. too, isn't it funny that when content creators do weird shit, 90, your auto work is hard enough for people to read, let alone 90 plus pages. It was basically Fruit's document was basically like a lot of like he said, she said, and like a lot of people like, oh, she got abused and stuff. Like, bro, you have no way to prove that she was actually abused. None of it. Zero, because we don't have the guy's perspective. Nothing. It's a lot of just, it's 90 pages of nothing. But it's, again, it's weird how these people always drop like weird shit, even if it's like Google documents, messages, anything, when the opposing side is asleep. Isn't it funny? It is very funny that they do this.
17-year-old, but in exchanges with Waffy. Waffy also
The words 17 and bot should never go together. Those are two words that should never go together. Again, it is so weird that she did this shit. Basically 90 pages of Genshin dialogue. Pretty much that's what it was. You don't want to victim blame, but at the same time, innocent until proven guilty. That's a lot of the times the problem. That's often the problem, especially in the VTubing space. But because somebody says something, people go with it. You provide evidence that they are lying, and they will still run with it. There are some states where 17 is legal with parents' permission. Yeah. Like here in Germany, at 14 is technically legal. Though there is no parent that will allow their 14-year-old to date an adult. That will not happen. And you probably not survive that day when that comes out. Let's be real. again, it's difficult to like, because like even if you like prove that you are innocent in the VTubing space, people just ignore it and move on.
Change their Discord status to this sad,
And they still
pathetic
continue to
little
wipe the
status.
floor with you.
Just remove me if you know. I am tired of this. I know I f***ed up. I want to sleep. Which, like, okay.
You can sleep. You can sleep. You can sleep forever, actually.
What are we, in middle school? At least no dark profile picture and banner, so that's something. Waffy also released their own apology statement.
If the evidence overwhelmed the claim, it's basically Jover. Yeah. The thing is, like, again, like, people can make claims in this space, not provide any evidence whatsoever, and the person accused needs to provide evidence that they are innocent. I could say, like, one of you is... It's basically like, yeah, yo, you're a PDF file. Disprove it. Like, you can't do that. Speaking Canadian healthcare, have you considered dying? True. Like, you can't do that, but that's how these people act online. It is no longer innocent until proven guilty. It is guilty until proven innocent. The entire thing is flipped.
To which this is the entire response to a 20-page document full of damning allegations. 1.25 pages of enlarged text, without even an actual sorry to named victims in it.
For this situation, we can clearly say that Waffy is definitely the evil person here. Clearly.
Let's read it entirely, shall we? It's gonna be good, I bet. I would like to address the recent tweet from @MouseyBunHaru regarding my past actions. I acknowledge that much of what was stated is true. In 2022, when I was 23 years old, I exhibited immaturity and did not fully understand the implications of my actions, which in retrospect were both illegal and inappropriate. Looking back at the direct messages I sent to Haru, I realized that my communication at the time was inappropriate. I recognize the impact of my actions, and I am committed to personal change for the better from the actions I did to.
Yeah, it's only personal change after they got caught. It's never while they're doing it that they're realizing that they're doing something. It is interesting.
Them. I do not wish to use this as my excuse or crutch. I am autistic, I have Asperger's.
Here we have the age-old, I am mentally ill. I am sorry. I hate people using mental illness to cover up their evil.
Asperger syndrome, and yes, I am higher functioning, but I have faced challenges in understanding social norms, and during that period of me talking with Haru, I did not know it was okay. I am deeply remorseful for the harm I caused, and I want to emphasize that I am actively working on bettering myself. While I do not expect anyone to accept my apology, I want my efforts to change to be acknowledged. These are mistakes I will learn from, and I am seeking help to ensure I evolve into a better person. This is
just really just like cookie cutter apology. You know what I want to have back? The time where people made response videos instead of like Google documents. Because I don't want to read.
Take time away from streaming to focus on my healing. I hope to return with a renewed sense of purpose. This experience has left a lasting
This shit
impact
is literally
on me.
just
I
the
am
same
committed to growing
rhetoric.
from it. Thank you for your understanding, and I appreciate your
Like
patience
everyone
during
who does
this process. And I got a few things to say. First off, this person just admitted to committing a literal crime by interacting inappropriately with the minor. Books closed.
See, no innocence here. Literally admitted it. Oh, the YouTube apologies. Exactly, the YouTube apologies. They were great.
Get this person to jail. These allegations were confirmed true by their own statement. Continuing on though, what do you mean you exhibited immaturity at 23 years old? Interacting with someone 6 years your junior? Are you insane? I don't care if you're autistic, have Asperger's syndrome. I also have high-functioning autism, and my ass knows better than to interact inappropriately with
Can't wait for the nuclear drama video. I'm gonna go the Tecto route. Nuclear drama. Be neutral. I'll go to Mr. Pokey route. Be neutral. Be neutral. But it was when it was the fighting game drama, Pokey wasn't quite neutral. Bro was not neutral. It's interesting the excuses that pedos come up with. It's also like the same, like, it is literally the same apology. It's the same apology over and over. Whether it's a pedo, whether it's neutrally speaking, whether it's a groomer, whether it's a doxer, an abuser. It's literally the same shit over and over. The only word that was missing was, I'm gonna educate myself.
A minor
that was the only
at
thing that
that
was missing.
age. Are you kidding me? This isn't about social norms. No, anyone knows talking with a minor when you're an adult is bad. If you didn't grow up in such a situation, then my God,
Well, except if you're a teacher.
you need to get off the side of the internet that cries on and on and on
I mean,
about
you can't avoid that, right?
why lolly and shota shit should be normalized. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys know this person is a lolicon? Yup. A screenshot shows that Waffy acknowledged
Of course. It saddened me that she missed a couple things. Ukulele, that is. Like them saying this is my first time, yeah. Of course. In general, lolly stuff is just like it's just like CP. But not real, but everything is bad in any country, so I mean. This is the bad type of lolicon, by the way. This is not the but lolly being a body type. This is lolly being I like kids lolly. That is interesting to find that out.
acknowledges that lolly stuff is CP, but not real, and that this said fictional CP is fine because it's, quote, cute and hot. Lolicons, you ain't winning this one this year. First we got Ava Chris Tyson, a filthy Shadman supporter and lolicon enjoyer, and now Waffy, another lolicon enjoyer who even says that it's like CP. Yeah, alright. Continuing on, there is more evidence than this. Waffy says, if it steps to real life, put me in jail. I don't do that. Some people will think it will jump to
Is that projection? Is this projection? If it steps to really put me in jail, guess we're putting her into jail, I guess. No.
pedo. Okay, but you literally did though. So go turn yourself into jail, please. More pics of them saying lolly pics are cute and that they, quote, love the lesbian lewd lolly ones. And here's a screenshot of pics of their lewd lolly collection, to which I have to censor because even if it's not explicit because they are wearing clothes, it's disgusting and would get me demonetized for sure because of their positions. There's 10 total pictures, by the way. Also, I just like the response to, so you like this? And the response is a flat
How many
and
mental
emphatic
gymnastics do you have to do to pull this off? Damn. It's just like...
no. Congrats on outing yourself as a weirdo to this normal person, Waffy. And there was even an interaction between Waffy and an artist that they were commissioning. The artist asks Waffy, please tell me this isn't what I think it is. To which Waffy immediately says, just unfriend me. I tried my hardest trying to explain it to everyone or anyone. The same thing 4 to 3 years ago, one by one. To which this artist tells them to explain themselves and Waffy waffles around, saying she wants to voice chat. Otherwise, just unfriend her. Waffy explains that voice chat is safer, presumably because you can't screenshot to spread damning words around because honestly, how are you going to explain your way out of interacting inappropriately with the literal minor when there's proof against you? Seriously, there is nothing you can say that look good with this against you. Waffy eventually fesses up that, yes, supposedly she dated Haru but misremembers the age and says Haru was 19.
You did not misremember the age. You did not misremember the age. No, you did not. Absolutely not. Again, my stance on lolly stuff is it's fictional. I don't fucking care. The moment you put it into reality, consider your wiener. There's a thing called OBS recording, everyone. I don't know how illegal it is to record somebody without the consent. I can't tell. I don't know. But like again, it's fictional characters. I don't fucking care. If you do it in real, if you touch kids in reality, I'm gonna split your head. I have an axe with your name on it. Let's just be real. But there is weird art out there. There is where I would say this is a red flag. Don't know how familiar you are with the Tiger situation, but the art that he commissioned is kinda weird. This is a red flag. This is not even like Shota. This is ToddlerCon.
When that doesn't appear to be true.
It also varies by state. In some areas you can record all you want, but in others you need their permission. I'm definitely sure here in Germany you can't record people without their consent. Not at least if you like I mean if you like talk to the police and you want to do that to like get somebody, you probably can. But like without like the consent, I don't think you can.
Because Haru got rejected at 18 and left shortly after. Basically, this is just a sad sack of pathetic lies, and Wafi feels so bad because they just want to create content and see people have smile and have fun. Well, Wafi, if you ask...
What do you consider fun? What do you consider fun? That is the question. What do you consider fun? Not what I consider fun, that's for sure.
You should get off the internet. Leave and never come back. PDF files are not allowed in any community.
Not just leave the internet. I'll be real. Leave the ask God forgiveness, because we won't. You get DM is called DM because it's private conversation. Yeah.
None of us are wishing you to unalive or anything, but simply get professional help, stay off the internet and away from real children, and maybe just do us all a favor and just go to jail. That's really about it. The artist says, well, you were
jail isn't enough. I want them dead.
Adult in the situation, therefore it was your responsibility, and you were responsible to make sure it didn't go too far. While yes, Haru was almost an adult, she was still legally a minor. I can believe you being immature and naive about this stuff because of your autism, which is an explanation but not an excuse. Actually, as a side note, no, as an autistic person, I wouldn't even give this as an explanation. At 23, I definitely knew that this stuff was wrong, and you can tell through Wafi's previous words that they were cautious and aware it was wrong. This is not an explanation nor an excuse. This is simply the facts. Continuing on.
Again, you should not talk to minors in your DMs. Just no. Just no, you shouldn't. It's very simple.
Hence, my suggestion to you is to make an apology or something and get off the internet to get therapy or some sort of help so that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. But because this thing happened, I no longer wish to associate with you for personal reasons. I will also not be making your model, so I will be refunding your money to you shortly. Personally, I'm not too keen on this person coming back. Such a mistake is not excusable at the age of 23, not even with autism and ADHD. Wafi has demonstrated through these screenshots even back in 2021.
Like I said, it's like these people always put it like on their neurodivergency. It is interesting. It is very interesting.
That they were aware their actions were weird and that even liking lolly stuff is considered bad, yet they still do it and even wallow in it. It'd be one thing if this was kept strictly a fantasy and never progressed to a real minor, but it says a lot when Wafi claims to have a mature audience, yet allows minors into a server with
This should not be a fantasy either, this should not be a thing in general.
adults, and then proceeds to groom a minor and overall tries to prey upon members of their community for their own personal gain. There's a lot of supposed growing up to do if this were the case, but honestly, the best thing to do is just get yourself away from children and the internet and never consider having a platform again. Though, since this is about VTubers, it is extremely likely for people to rebrand. So here's a few clips that I've
Yep. Or return them. We all had it, like groomers, doxers, anything just can literally anybody can come back. Literally.
found suspect. Do keep in mind that this is related to the topic at hand, so if that makes you feel uncomfortable, skip ahead a minute or so.
Make sure to give your cat a kiss. You gotta give your cat kisses. Just so they know that, you know, you love them and stuff. And make sure to look your cat deep into the eyes, because that means that you're saying that you love them. And
I should have skipped the minute forward. The fuck am I looking at? Yeah, they can come and also come back. No, no. I should have skipped a minute ahead. Jesus, that's so cringe. I should have skipped a minute ahead.
cats also stare at you to say that they love you, especially when they blink at you.
Yeah, the sad part is some petters are parents. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's like so weird. It's like... It's just weird.
No, 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 no,
She's just selling her underwear and You will take a bottom dang waffle. You are.
Thanos was right. Thanos was correct. I don't care. Snap half the population away. Hopefully it hits this chick.
I'm calling the police, darling.
I'm only freaking out because you said that she's in high.
Shit's happened when the Fire Nation attacked her. Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
About an hour or two
Foreshadowing.
later after Waffy's apology went up, it was removed. This was caught live on stream, and you can see that the apology was up on Waffy's page during the stream, and then a little
Caught
bit
in
later,
4K.
it is missing.
It's like it's gone. Holy shit. Did I ever tell you guys that this is like... Oh! She deleted the post! She deleted the post! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him! She deleted the post! Thinking we wouldn't know that she deleted to apology.
It's like funny that she turned this into like... She turned this into content. It is kind of weird that she turned this into content. It is really weird.
Deleted the apology!
And shortly after that, Waffy's Discord was apparently under shutdown, but not exactly deleted, and Waffy deactivated their Twitter. Their
Good.
TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube channels are still up though. And, well, that would have been where things left off if not for, on the afternoon of August 7th, 2024,
Online existence? Just online existence?
Jawaffle returns with this tweet. My better responds. With the link to yet again
Not another
apology
Google
document.
document.
Let's see how truly better it is. Ah, would you look at that? It's even less pages than the first one, with a whopping one whole page with enlarged text. This is the entire
Hey,
thing.
at least
Alright,
you don't need to read that much, I guess. And maybe.
let's read this. Also, keep in mind, this document came out just 2 days after the first one. 2 days. I want to apologize to Haru and everyone I hurt. I'm sorry for asking for money, favors, making hurtful comments, cheating, and failing to help anyone I cared about. I am not the best with communication or expressing my
A cheater? Yeah, it's so over. That's solidified for me. Abdul, get some rocks.
feelings to others. I am honest and blunt to the point I don't check what I say or do. I am a disappointment to everyone I trusted. My actions I did 3 years ago have f***ed up everyone I
Thank
thought were
God
my
my
friends.
ADHD can
My
finally handle
content is
reading this
18 plus
one.
but wasn't fully reinforced the way I thought it was. I broke my own rules hard and didn't want it to be, but I did. I want to throw up and forget this. At first I wanted to run away from the pain I did to others, but close friends who saw I could make a change convinced me to change what I did. This response is one of those changes. I am slowly improving myself the best I can.
Nobody
going
fucking
outside more,
believes you.
finding new hobbies, and I am
You're
seeking
not
therapy.
you're not sorry because you're actually sorry. You're just sorry you got caught.
For my mental health issues. It was never my intention to hurt anyone. My community is to make people have a good time, meaning laughing and enjoying my content. My content being 18 plus,
Apparently minors were also supposed to have a good time. Another one joins the DD4s.
Disappointment. I never wanted any of this to happen at all. I am not this. What I did back then, I feel disgusted and repulsed, guilty, and so many bad emotions. For now, I am taking it slow. I really do need to work on myself and understand what is wrong and not to do, setting boundaries of what is appropriate to say and my feelings, be aware of the people I meet, and use better self-control and improve myself. I honestly wanted to leave because of these things, but I am a human. No one wants to go through any of this. The victims or the
I don't care so much that it just sounds like word salad at this point because I haven't paid attention.
person who did it, me and you. Some people can change. It takes time. So please give me that. My last response was rushed and hope this one is better. I will not stream for a while to work on my own well-being and self. Finally, I want to say it again. I am sorry, Haru, and everyone I hurt.
Also, I'm only human. I'm only human. Near minus.
So, first of all, this is all just emotional appealing and manipulative bullshit. Let's be real. Wafi is just sorry that she got caught and called out. Regarding the response itself, remember this was only 2 days after the first deleted apology one had went up. Wafi says she didn't want to break her own rules.
Not stream for a while, yeah. She gonna return. She's gonna return.
And now she should settle with the consequences of her own actions.
She's gonna wait like 2 to 3 years and then come back and nobody's gonna pay attention to her. Just like Bunny Give did it and Dove, she also did it. It's just a natural progression of VTubers fucking up and then returning again. It's a natural progression. Because they can simp again.
I also highly doubt you can truly change in those 2 days, and not to mention seeking therapy is very different from actually going to therapy. And finding hobbies when you're in a down emotional state seems extremely unlikely to me personally. Saying people can change, it takes time, only makes sense if what you did was not a literal crime, but Wafi even acknowledged that what she did in the past was illegal. This response is still rushed and incredibly selfish, only caring about what remains of her streaming career. The only improvement the statement did
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully nothing remains. Hopefully she does not return. Hopefully she stays away from the space. We got enough weird people in here. No, thank you.
That she says, I am sorry, Haru, but that itself is too late and does not mean forgiveness will ever come her way. Wafi, for goodness sakes, if you truly care about changing as a person, then please realize this. Having a platform and an audience where minors can interact with you, a now exposed groomer and predator with evidence against you and you admitting these were true, is bad. You are also a lolicon and are proud of it. Kindly do us all a favor and take your creepy ass out of the internet and away from children. Remember, y'all, being a predator is a conscious decision. You don't accidentally, oopsie, he groomed a minor today. Like, no. With every evidence that was given, this was a calculated.
Yeah, and whenever a new chat arrives, they can greet them with, "Hey, you're dead parents guy, welcome back to the stream again."
And methodical decision by Wafi to manipulate and harm Haru, and who knows who else who hasn't spoken up. Never, ever forget that. So it is my hope with this video that I can help spread Haru's and fellow anonymous victims their story. Haru has a lot of bravery to come forward with all these even 3 years later, because such a situation is traumatizing and hard to come to terms with. But my hope with this video is that we can spread awareness of dangerous individuals lurking within the VTubing community, as I do not believe that PDF files and groomers are allowed to coexist with having a platform that can expose minors to their dangerous selves. However, this does not mean I wish them to perish or unalive. None of
We are not the same. We are not the same. We are not the same. Let's just say that.
us wish that, Haru included.
No, see, yeah, she's a pedo. Does she deserve to? No.
Again, I would disagree with that.
I don't want people to do self-harm. Self-harm is not something we should really, like, wish on this person.
Who said something of self-harm? I mean, there are ways.
If anything, I wish they go to jail. You know? She needs nothing. She doesn't need internet. She doesn't need anything but jail time. Don't want her to take the easy way out. That's why they call it the easy way.
While I think Haru has the full rights to submit a police report about the situation, I think simply spreading the knowledge will be enough to keep potential victims at bay from interacting with Wafi. If you can, please.
No, that I have to say, that is the first take. Well, I would say this is a retarded take. This should be brought to the police. Cause imagine if this chick leaves the internet and starts going after minors in real life. No, this should be brought to police. This is a take I find stupid. This should be. Don't hurt yourself. Don't worry. I will do that for you, True. It's like, this is a stupid take. This is an absolutely stupid take. If somebody commits a crime, go to the police. Because if they continue, you may not, then you are at fault as a former victim for creating another victim. Because you didn't go to the police.
Share this video as well, and please check out Haru's socials. Links in the description below. She is very silly and funny. With that, feel free to leave any comments down below of your thoughts. Please remember to keep it focused.
My thoughts are very simple. Pedophiles should not exist. They should be wiped from existence. I don't care. If it is proven, wipe them from existence. That is very simple. I don't need to go deeper into that. But yeah, that was interesting to know that, I mean, there were already weird people in the space, so it kind of makes sense how this would happen.